Longevity Lifestyle Designs. This is Zach here with secretsoflongevity.com, and today I'm making an Elixir Mauve, and that is an inside joke, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But anyways, I'm going to start off by putting into this base of spring water and ginkgo biloba tea several big forkfuls of honey, raw honey. I'm out of stevia today, so it's just going to be honey to sweeten it. I'm not going to go overboard on it. I'm just putting a little bit in, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons total, just to bring up the sweetness a bit. But it's not going to be as sweet as some of my previous elixirs because of the lack of stevia. That's all okay. We can change it up from day to day, of course. There we go. And next thing I'm going to put in is 1 tablespoon of dehydrated bee pollen. These are all sort of standard things I put in most of my elixirs if I have them around. And if you've seen my previous elixir recipe videos, you'll kind of recognize what I'm putting in here. That's sort of a standard. Next I'm going to put 3 tablespoons each of chia seed and hemp seed, and you can find links to those below if you're interested in trying those out if you haven't before. They're great sources. Both are great sources of complete protein that have been used for several thousand years each. I mean, chia seed's been used by Mayan warriors, and hemp seed's been used in ancient China. It's actually one of the 5 Chinese ancient grains. Even though it's a seed, it was considered a grain by some of the texts, the ancient Chinese medicine texts. So there are some people that think hemp isn't a natural food. People haven't used it as a food, they just use it as a rope. But hemp has actually been used as a food for over 2,000 years. So in my opinion, it's very safe for long-term regular consumption. It's very hypoallergenic because the proteins in it are very easily broken down. I've also posted a link below that you can check out on an article I've written about hemp if you want to know more about its nutritional profile, because it's really one of the most amazing protein foods out there that are plant-based. We're also going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil that I've got ready here. And this is just to add some healthy saturated fats, medium chain saturated fats, which are very quick burning energy. Well, slow burning, but quick to convert to energy. It's not like regular fats, which longer chain fats, which can be more difficult to digest. And the other thing I'm going to add in the first blend here. So I'm just putting all my coarsest ingredients in here so that the first blend, they get broken up quite well. I'm going to add a ton of blueberries in, and this is really going to make it the Elixir Mauve. And the inside joke I was talking about, if you want to find out about that, so I'm putting about half a bag of blueberries in. That's maybe like a cup and a half of blueberries. That's all I had left. So that inside joke is that if you check out the link below where it says Elixir Synergy, you're going to be taken to a page where you can purchase, if you're interested in it, the brand new ebook by J.S. and Heidi Olander and Brandon Damon. And it talks about elixirs, the history of them, a wide range of their own recipes, and also the practical way to make them, and there's sort of process. It's a more advanced form of a smoothie, you could say. I've also got a link below to an article I've written, which has my own thoughts around this new concept of elixirs that a lot of people are experimenting with. So check out those links. I'm going to do the first blending of this mixture here, and then we'll add in the finer ingredients for the second blend in a moment. And oh my gosh, I forgot another ingredient that I wanted to get in this first blending. I started blending, but I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs. And these amazingly fresh cacao nibs have a purple hue to them, and the actual cacao bean, when it's fresh, and even after it's been dried, has a purple hue to it, and that's indicative of the band of antioxidants, or the color band, you could say, in the color spectrum of specific purple antioxidants are some of the most potent antioxidants found in nature. And there's going to be a number of blue and purple things I'm adding into here to make this the Elixir Mauve. But right now I'm going to blend this up, and you'll see the next things I add in a second. So you can see the drink's already taking a beautiful purple hue, or mauve hue on here. We're going to add, to start, a pinch of kelp for some organic sodium, not sodium chloride, but pure sodium. And also the iodine content is great in kelp. And we're going to add a tablespoon of maca for its adaptogenic effects. Just 1 tablespoon for today. 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, because of course it's a cacao elixir and we want to enhance the color for that blue, purple, and actually brown as well antioxidant spectrum of colors. And that specific spectrum is most notable for its effects on the cardiovascular system because of the epicatechins and catechins. You might not be familiar with those terms, but they're just sort of the technical term for antioxidants. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of different types of antioxidants, and they basically are units of light, or colors of light, bands of light. So the more colors of fruits and vegetables you can get in your diet, the better. But with this one, like I mentioned, we're focusing on the purple, brown, blue spectrum to get that beautiful color. And we're going to add a tablespoon of acai berry powder. And you can find a link to that below. And you can also get fresh, frozen, well, not really fresh exactly, but frozen, still intact acai powder in some health food stores. But this powder's got, like, it almost looks like coffee grounds, but up close it's got a deep purple color. And the acai berry is very unique in that it has no sugar, so this is safe for diabetics, or it's very low in sugar, I would say. Probably does have some elements of sugars in there, but it has no sweetness. It's actually quite unpalatable in my opinion on its own, but in an elixir it's a great addition. I'm going to add also a tablespoon of goji berry powder. And you can find goji berry powder at Brandon's company, HyperionHerbs.com. And also a tablespoon of mesquite. I've talked about mesquite in previous videos. If you haven't tried mesquite before, I highly recommend it. It's even on its own or mixed into desserts, like raw food, cake crusts or pie crusts. It's delicious. It's got like a smoky flavor. It was a staple food for Apache Indians in the south of the U.S. at one time when they were more prolific there. And also a tablespoon of tocotrienols for vitamin E. I'm out in the sun a lot these days, and vitamin E and its cofactors. Actually, vitamin E is more of like B complex is a variety of different B vitamins. E is kind of like that, although they're not. Each one's not considered an individual vitamin. We could call it the E complex because there's a whole range of different tocopherols and tocotrienols, and tocotrienols, or rice bran solubles as they're called, has a wide variety of these tocotrienols, and they're different aspects of vitamin E, which you can't just get from an isolated supplement of vitamin E. I would never recommend taking a synthetic isolate such as vitamin E, but that's your closest thing you're going to get to a vitamin E supplement that's whole food, very high in vitamin E, great for the skin, and protective against excessive damage on your skin from too much UV radiation. I'm going to add 3 drops of sweet orange essential oil here, just to give it some orange flavor, because I think that would suit with this drink. There we go. And also another thing from Brandon, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of hoshu powder. I mean, this is just probably my all-time favorite herb. I try to get it in every day, whether it's from a tincture form or this extract from his site. Sometimes other forms if I have them around. The loose tea is great as well. You see me put hoshu in a tea before. And it's just high in zinc, great for both male and female health. But male health, we constantly need replenishing of zinc because of our greater use of it through our testosterone production as men, and also the leaking of jing. If you are engaging in that through ejaculation, you're definitely going to need more zinc in your diet. I just added some tincture here, which has Romania, hoshu, and eucommia bark, so that's a tincture I've been working on for over a year. I made a very large amount of it, and that's a great way to take in herbs on a daily basis because the alcohol actually helps absorb the minute amounts of alcohol, absorb the herbs into your system, and they're very highly concentrated in that way. So we're going to throw the top on and blend this up and see how it tastes. So as you can see, we ended up with an amazing color here, and it's actually an even more amazing taste. It tastes like purple, I guess you could say, but of course it tastes like chocolate and blueberries, which are two foods that synergize so well in my opinion. And actually it's been found that the antioxidants in cacao and the antioxidants in any berry, when combined, also goji berry combined, they have an accumulative effect that's greater than any antioxidant on its own in those foods. So I encourage you to check out the links below, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care and embrace life without limits.